do this in one go. Let's see.
Oh! Woo!
Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Perfect.
What's good, you guys? Welcome to Wingin It, the show where we ask our guests flavorful question fueled by Wingstop. I'm your host of the same, and guys, we have two special guests with us today. They're both creating major moves in the city of Toronto. Both of them are Nigerians and Jamaican from Brampton, and they both have a track called Alebeke that has over 100K streams on Spotify. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to introduce DJ XP and EverythingOShaun, bro. How y'all doing today, man? Thank you guys for being on the show, bro.
Come on, man. You're my guy. I gotta come through.
The question for both of you guys: talk to us about how both of you guys got into music together.
How we got into music together?
Yeah.
Well, we do, like I said, like you said, we have the same parents.
Absolutely.
Right?
Both brothers.
Both brothers,
You know what's
right?
crazy? A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people. I know. Well, we don't really like.
We don't broadcast it.
Well, you know how black people are, right? Like it's my brother. And people, yo, that's my brother. They just go, oh, that's your brother. No, that's my blood brother. So I got to say blood brother. But my parents put us both into music, into piano.
Wow.
Lessons. Probably like I was in like maybe 3-4 years old. I got into playing piano. I don't know when you did.
Later, a lot
later.
later.
You got it a lot
like
later.
7, 8,
but my house was, my dad is like a music guy. You know what I mean? Like he always wanted us to be into music. He doesn't play instruments or anything, but he's like a music connoisseur. So I call him like the first curator at Spotify, like in my house, right? You go into his music, bro. Every kind of music you could think of is in his library. Every genre you could think of, CDs, records, tapes. Even what's the older one? Like I don't know what A-track.
Yeah, like
It's one where we're still packed together, where you had to go through, you had to take it out.
He had all of that, brother. So we were like bred into wanting to listen to music and all kinds and be a part of music. So I got to give it up to my dad for that one.
I love that. And you obviously you're a songwriter and you're a singer and rapper and you're a producer. So how did you guys kind of like finally was like, hey, let's kind of work together to make this work?
You could go.
Oh, I mean, when we were coming up, we were doing our separate thing. We have our separate friends and our separate groups and things like that. And I think over time, we just started realizing after everybody would leave the studio, because the studio was in our basement, that was the spot everybody would come to. It's like, yo, why don't we do some stuff and see how that comes out? And I think the chemistry of that made a lot of sense. Because you know what, you can tell your brother, yo, that shit's trash, or you need to make something better, or you know what I mean, or this is amazing, and it, because you're related, it makes a lot more sense versus someone on the street who you have an argument with and then you kick them out and they're gone home. But we got to be in the same house after, right? So because of that, the camaraderie really made us, gel and figure out what works and what doesn't work, and then we will never take it personally because we're related. I
love that, because as y'all know, in this industry, there's too much yes mans. You know what I'm saying? And there's too much people like they just started, but their heads are already high. But the fact that you guys have each other, you know what I'm saying, to really tell each other, like, be real, that's just room for there's more growth there, man.
Absolutely.
I love that. And Oshaun, as being like Nigerian and stuff like that, right? How do you feel knowing that your music is now like hitting the radios and the clubs and everything now, man?
It never gets old. You know what I mean? It never gets old. Like every time I hear it or someone tags me that they heard it at wherever they were at, it just makes me feel really good. Especially when the music is now reaching back to like Nigeria. Like hearing it knowing that it's being played in Nigerian radio stations is like, that's like a dream come true for me, because we haven't been there in years, literally years. And I know I told my auntie before she died, back in 2017, I said, listen, I'm gonna keep pushing this music back home, because she always wanted us to do like Afrobeat and tap more into our roots. Exactly. So the fact that every time that happens, I'm like, this like big smile that hits me. It's like, yo, like we're doing it, yo, we're working, we're pushing. It's reaching new boundaries, and we're pushing.
Yeah, I love that. And actually, as well as you, man, because you're producing all these songs. Like, how does it feel for you?
It's interesting because, when you're starting these productions, it's, you're hearing the beat on your phone, or, you're using headphones. But then when you hear it, like the big bass banging in the clubs or the radio, and you get to actually hear how people are really receiving the sound. And shout out to 5-Piece, our engineer.
shout out 5-Piece.
You know, I
Shout out
either yell at him and be like, yo, man, you need to make that sound better, or yo, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. So it's really a good experience and a learning experience, because you can always get better. You never reach where you're supposed to get. You always gotta strive for higher. So
All right, guys, so we play a game every episode called Find Your Flavor, right? So we have 4 flavors on the table right now. They all have numbers. So what you guys have to do is choose one flavor, eat the wing. You have 10 seconds to guess the flavor.
Okay.
So pick a number.
You're gonna give me a countdown?
Yeah.
As soon as I.
Yeah, exactly. Once you eat it, once you bite it,
Yeah.
it counts on.
All right.
All right, what's your number?
you pick the first number.
Pick the first number? All right, I'm gonna go number 1, because I'm number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I can look at it. That's cool. I think that helps.
Yeah, like, yo.
All right, say less.
Wait, is it flat?
Oh, how gonna eat it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe just stick your hand in the box part.
Right. Don't look at it.
Okay. I think I see what's going on here.
Take a bite.
Oh, we go? Oh,
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Honey garlic.
No, it's not Korean. But I do taste a little bit of that Asian kick to it. Hold on, let me think.
It's honey on
seconds.
it. It's honey.
2 seconds. Come on.
Honey garlic.
Okay. First one's right. Okay.
Oh, so you know?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I thought you had it on the card or something.
Yeah, man, I love it. Okay, one for one. So what genre or artist inspires both of y'all's sounds?
Oh, wow.
You do that one, start on first.
You know, we said we're, Nigerian and Jamaican, so dancehall and Afrobeat for sure is definitely one of the 2 tops right now. But, we do hip hop, we do R&B, but I would say...
Right now, man.
Yeah, man.
Burna Boy, Wizkid, Rema right now.
Davido,
doing this
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
you know
yes,
what I'm saying?
definitely, most definitely. Yeah, we can go the Afro route. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Especially right now as a producer, yeah. I would say that.
Okay. And Oshaun, you've been dropping music since 2016. Yeah. Tell us what song you're most proud of and why.
Yo, song I'm most proud of?
Interesting. That's such an interesting way to word that. Most proud of.
Most proud of. You were sitting in the studio, long nights, or even like short nights, and you're like, man, this is the one, and you just resonate to it the most.
And it has to be out, right? I guess.
Yeah, it has to be out,
released.
for
Because
people to
for
know.
people to have received it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what?
I can't wait to hear this.
No, but
I'm very interested.
Say it better. We're a song that produced.
no, but honestly, I think different days I have different songs. But I'll say honestly today it might be cliche to our whatever right now, but I'm gonna say it's a Labike right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's a Labike because the reaction. Well, first of all, let's say this: how I feel when I hear the song. I always feel like I'm hearing it for the first time.
Okay.
Right? Like I get some of the emotion and energy that other people hear of the song, like when I hear it by myself. So if I be driving and then the song just comes on, like I get inspired or I get the energy to want to like work out or want to go cause ruckus. Like I get it from my own record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to feel that and never be tired of it. Not tired of hearing it. Like I've heard it a million times, right? Recording it, the mixing of it. I never get tired of hearing it. And heard it on the radio, you heard it at the arena with Four Corners, you hear it at this. There's so many different environments that I've heard it from that I'm very proud of that record.
Speaking of Four Corners, man, like he played that song in front of thousands of people in the Raptors stadium, man, 20,000 people. You know, like how did well, first of all, I want to touch on the song and move on to how you guys met, but like how did that all come together, and when it played, how did you feel? Like, how did both of you guys feel?
I felt, well, people were telling me about because I don't go often to the games, but people would show me. No, I don't. You know what I mean? You don't see them tickets. You don't see them prices. You don't see them prices. But prices is high up there. But people would show me, like, you know, they'll put on their Instagram stories or whatever, like they're hearing the record and that. But going, like me hearing it myself in there, like that is crazy. Like it's crazy. It's just a crazy feeling. It's a crazy feeling, and to see people that they don't know me.
That you're standing right there.
And I'm standing right there, and you'll see, people that are on their phone or they're eating, and they're going like this. I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely see this. You definitely see this.
What I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're doing when your phone's like this, or your watch is like this. I know. That is a great feeling.
Love that, man. I'm not gonna lie myself. I seen y'all perform that live, and there's nothing more better than just hearing like the intro, the song coming through, the bass, the heavy bass, so
Right.
and it's both Four Corners, right? So I'd love to know, like, how did that relationship come together for both of you guys? Because Four Corners, like, he's been in the game for many years.
Yeah.
The Raptors DJ for like 15, 17 years, right? And like now he's just in a position where he loves just kind of putting people in place.
Most definitely.
And that's the one thing everyone kind of talk. When you hear Four Corners, he helped me, he said this advice, So I'd love to know, how did y'all relationship come together?
Well, for me, it was a cold DM. A few years ago, it was a cold DM. I've messaged plenty DJs before, where I'm wanting to introduce myself and tell them about the records that we're doing. Yeah. Because if you want to get something done, sometimes you just gotta do it yourself, right?
That part, amen.
You know what I mean? We're not signed. I don't have a PR firm or something that's like reaching out to these high level people in the industry to try to speak for me. So it just went and messaged him, DM'd him politely, like he would tell you. He said, I wrote to him politely. I explained who I am. I said, I want you to check out some of these records when you have a chance, and blah blah blah. He probably hit back maybe under 48 hours. He hit me back, and I told this guy, I'm like, this Raptors DJ responded to us already. That's crazy. You know how many artists I hit up that's from Brampton or Toronto or whatever, and I message them, and I've seen them, and they don't even check the messages, or they made it look at it and they didn't say nothing back. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So he was one of the guys that responded, and we just kind of I showed him some of the records, and I said, if you want to play at the Raptors game, and he heard one that he really liked, but he said, I need something a little more upbeat for the arena. So I sent him a whole project, and then he picked whichever one he wanted, and he just played it.
That's crazy.
And then that's how our relationship just started to build from there, man. Like,
I love that, man, because people underestimate the power of just DMing or just going to go network, because it's that little thought in the head of like, what if? And that's one thing I realistically I want to show a lot of people, man. It's just like, no, you gotta try. If you don't try,
then you'll never know.
You never know,
just
man.
Just give it a good try, man.
Absolutely. All right, so we're on to flavor number 2. So you chose
So you chose one.
number
So
1.
let's not go in order, because that's just,
right?
Oh, it says it here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know.
so you can cheat. So go ahead and cheat.
No.
Okay, I'll pick numero 3. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 3.
Right there for the French. Okay, first of all, I don't see the bone in there, so I know there's a boneless thing. It's a boneless thing for sure. Boneless is not real wings. It's nuggets. It's chicken nuggets. Sorry, Wingstop. But it's nuggets.
Let's eat some nuggets.
But it do look spicy, and I appreciate that.
It looks super spicy.
Ooh. Let's go in, y'all.
Bon appetit.
All right.
Bon appetit.
You know what? I want to taste the
First I have
spiciness.
my wings
I'm not
with
trying to
the
cheat. All right, here we go.
Go ahead. You guys think?
Now, I was cheating earlier, and I was looking at the website. No,
We had no time to think. It's like answers.
I'm trying to think what this tastes like.
Yes. Choose a flavor.
It's not hot though.
Very spicy, but it's not. It's not.
hot. No,
It's not. But I'm trying to think of what the flavors I saw.
This is
One guess. Let's
Cajun.
go. Cajun?
Sure.
Okay.
Spicy.
Spicy?
No way.
It's hot.
I was close. But it's hot and then spicy.
It's very high, apparently.
No.
It's hot.
This is hey. This is not hot, brother. This is not hot, Wingstop. Come on now.
You gotta stop that.
Say Wingstop should make it a little more spicy a little bit.
Yeah, I need the maximum. You know how they have all the different fire, and there's like 6 of them? I need it maximum.
Maximum all the way to the top. Y'all are obviously brothers, right? As he explained on the beginning of the show. So talk to us about like how do you guys feel being on stage and performing together?
How do we feel?
Yeah.
I feel like, it's interesting. I've never been asked that question. How do I feel? How do I feel when I feel?
You two, I mean the audience, you two, that chemistry.
I feel.
I think when you're performing, you have like, because a lot of people tell us that, you know, a lot of artists will say, you know, we don't have that kind of camaraderie with our DJ, for example. No shade, of course, but because we're brothers and related, I think it's almost like we created something and then we're presenting it to the world. So no matter how many people, whether it's 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, it's always gonna feel like we're just bringing you guys our project that we created. So it feels good that you're with somebody that you're related to and you have like a relationship with versus, you know, because you can hire a DJ. You know, I've seen artists do cold calls like, hey, looking for a DJ to help do my set. But when it's someone that has worked on the records, produced the records, recorded the records, and then performing it, it's kind of a cheat code. Because I'm telling you, every time we go places and I see other DJs, and as a DJ, to get that respect from other DJs saying, yo, you guys are really on your shit. Like, you really know what you're doing. Well, it's like, yeah, because we've helped create it together and we're presenting it to you guys. So, you know, it's a cheat code, but it's a good one to have. Like, a lot of DJs don't have that relationship, but a lot of them will cultivate that and kind of bring that forward. So it's dope that we just have it naturally without really trying, you know what I mean?
And that's good that you pointed that out, because even when we're like working on the record, we'll talk about stuff like that we're gonna do on the stage while in production of the record. So you're already kind of
thinking ahead.
You're already thinking ahead. You're already thinking ahead.
Love them, man. And man, you have a track with 4 corners called Agula.
4K.
You know, how did the process of just that track come together between you two? You know, because right now, like, you know, he's producing a lot of music, you know what I'm saying, with artists from the city.
I'm trying to catch up with him.
Yo, and so like, how did the process come together in making that?
That was during the pandemic, actually.
Pandemic, right?
Right. That was a pandemic. Put together that record. He sent me a few beats, and that one we gravitated towards. You know, I gravitated towards, and I said, "Wow, yo, Corey, you did this one,
Right?
Like, you did this one, because the rest were dope too, but this one like was speaking to me." So I showed it to XP, and he was also listen. He's the main producer, obviously. Absolutely. So anytime someone gives me a record, a producer, because producers send me beats all the time, right? But when I like to watch his reaction when I get a beat from somebody else to see how he feels. Because sometimes he might go, I can do that. I can do that. Get that garbage out of here. Get out of here. You know what I mean? But then sometimes when I watch his face and when he's like, he has that face of either, I wish I made that, or, oh, no, you gotta go on this one.
Well, we have 2 more flavors left, guys.
2 more.
2 more.
It's your goal, man.
There. So let's go with Catra.
Okay. I just think.
I gotta talk to my friends. I'm on my Duolingo, you know what I mean? Shout out Duolingo. Anybody on that Duolingo, you know what I'm saying?
Duolingo.
Get my game on, you know what I mean? Shit. All right, take your 4 corners. Is that 4 for 4 corners? All right.
4 corners, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna guess this one.
Well, don't have to guess all of them.
Well, I got one. I got one too.
Okay, I think I know what this is.
Can we go?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think this is like a hickory barbecue.
Is that the final?
Yeah.
It's barbecue.
Barbecue without the spice. Like they just took the spice
like,
to the side.
But yeah, it's just straight hickory. It's like a hickory flavor.
Yeah, there's
hickory.
a smoky.
This is also boneless.
flavor to it, yeah.
This is also boneless. So I'm gonna say a hickory dark barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's definitely barbecue and there's definitely hickory in the title.
Hickory dickory dock.
It's straight barbecue. But it's right. You're still right.
If you look in the
Absolutely.
ingredients, I know it says hickory in there.
Yep.
I promise you.
3 for 2. 3 for 2. Right? Y'all did kind of go. No, wait. Yeah, 3 for 2. 3 for 2.
Oh no, we didn't get this.
No, wait. 2 for 3.
Because we said spicy. We said spicy and this was hot.
Absolutely.
But we got this, so it's 2.
Say again?
Because we got this one.
Yeah, 2 for 3. But tell us about the meaning behind your hottest hit, A la Beke.
Well, you know, in Nigeria, there's actually I just found this out recently. There's like over like 150 languages, but there's really only officially like maybe four of them, and Igbo is the one that we speak.
Okay.
And
Shout out my Igbo people.
straight up.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying we're one of the ones doing it, because a lot of them are Yoruba and stuff. So there's like a language barrier, yeah, for sure. But Alabeke is basically anywhere that is not in Africa, in the continent of Africa, that's anywhere that's inhabited by white people. So America, Canada, Europe. So that's a term that they use all the time when it comes to referring to places that is outside of where we're from. So Alabeke, the Beke would be the white, and the La would be the land of, you know what I mean? So in the song we're saying we're getting money there. So basically we're getting all the money all over because, you know, touring and doing this and doing that, and then we're bringing it back to our people.
Guys, we are at our last wing.
Okay, two.
Number 2. Dos.
Okay, see, you know what? Hold on. Before we even touch anything, shout out Wingstop, because I think they're going to do what I wanted them to do from Wing 1. So you know what? Because you know what? To be honest with you, like one of our traditions when we go to the States to perform is we'd always find a Wingstop.
We look for it.
And get, I'm not going to say the flavor because I think that's what it is, but we get the blue cheese. We get the blue cheese and we get this flavor.
This right here.
And the fact that they brought it to Canada, I really appreciate
So
them making the foray over here. Because,
So excited.
But yeah, I'm gonna
Shout out
need to
Wingstop.
find my favorite. I'm gonna take 2.
Take
it, bro.
I'm gonna take 2. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 wings. Come on, man.
So before we hit the wing, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys prefer? The drum or the flat?
For me,
Drums or flats?
For me, it depends on the flavor. Depends on how I feel.
Okay.
Depends on what company I have. Depends on what drink I have.
So if you're with the right company,
Yeah, if
if you're with a female,
I
right?
have the right company.
Yeah.
If I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying
So
to
wait, no, let's skip that. When you're with a female, what would you choose?
If am I trying to impress?
Yeah, trying to impress. Yeah.
I'll probably be there.
Reed drums.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably
Okay.
You know, I got the flat in my hand, so I'm gonna just stick with it. But I'm
That's
okay.
what about myself.
I'm okay with
Yeah,
either
because
one.
I don't like, you know what I mean? I might be, you know, I'm a little messy with
I feel you.
them ones. You know what I mean? 'Cause I turn real evil. You know what I mean?
Your drums are easier.
Yeah,
Easy
it's
to
easy.
eat.
It's easy to
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
I love
definitely.
that.
So
All right, that's it.
So we gonna do this lemon
Let's
pepper
go.
right here?
Yeah, we know it's lemon
I
pepper.
got eyes, man.
Yeah,
I
try
got
I'm gonna try to do this in one go. Let's see.
Oh! Woo!
Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Perfect.
So what's your guess? Okay, obviously, lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
Famous Rick
Habanero. No,
Ross. Famous Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? Man,
it's lemon pepper for sure.
there's a lot of you know, obviously in our cities, a lot of artists.
There's a lot of artists.
You know, is there
A lot
anyone,
of producers, a lot of artists.
right? Is there any particular y'all are listening to, y'all are kind of tuned into right now? As in Toronto, Brampton, Mississauga artists?
I love Nav. I think Nav is dope.
Yeah. I'll hop in Northside Benji.
Oh, definitely Northside. Can it be producers too?
Yeah.
Murder Beats?
Oh, so not me? Yo, what's wrong with this guy? This guy's gonna say something
So that
funny.
we're tapped into. I'm already tapped in. What is it?
Murder Beats.
Who else? I don't want to say the obvious ones because that's just
No, Toronto.
But yeah, but he said
it's like-
Toronto, so that's his fault. So you can
Okay,
generalize.
okay.
it.
Say weekend like that.
No,
like,
okay,
You want me to
upcoming
say
artists.
Drake?
Upcoming
Okay,
artists
You
in
want
the
me to
city.
say Tory? Like, what do you want me to say? Like, what is
Upcoming
it?
artists in the city. You know, because obviously we have Hawaii Mighty,
Oh yeah, that's home.
Well,
that's
I mean,
home,
you know.
that's home base right there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Havaya, Omega.
Right?
Yeah.
Deja.
You know what's crazy? You know it is for me. I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet. But there's no one artist that like I really want y'all to like really work with. Tome.
Oh, we gonna make that happen.
Yeah, that has to happen.
No, wait.
That has to happen.
No, we gonna make it happen.
It has to happen, man.
Listen, we gonna make it happen.
Tome, EverythingOShaun, XP, that has to happen.
She knows.
Yeah. So that's actually a conversation that has already commenced.
I didn't want to say that right now in this conversation because she knows.
So y'all
she
saying,
knows what we're supposed to do.
So y'all say y'all might have a track. You know what I'm saying? Like
Depends on when this airs.
When it airs with the green light on certain. Listen, man. She already knows.
Okay. No, I love that, man. You know, after trying all these wings, did you guys find your flavor?
Yeah.
Ben found my favorite.
Yeah. Before we even open
Number
these
2,
things.
the lemon pepper. Lemon pepper.
It's lemon pepper. What? There's another flavor that I like from Wingstop that y'all didn't have, yo. Y'all didn't have. What's the one? It's like a.
Is it the
like
really
a hot-
really spicy one?
It's a hot, but it's like it's wet. Pause. And it's It's like a honey and it's like a honey hot.
Honey hot.
Don't they have that? Like a honey hot? Am I tripping? Or did I it's a honey hot,
Yeah.
wet pause, you know what I mean?
Pause. I think so. Yeah.
There's gotta be.
All right. Is there any last thing like that you want to say to your peoples? You know, any motivational thing, like, motivation, man, to all the artists.
Yeah, motivation. You know what? I speak to a lot of artists, and a lot of, our problem is just not knowing when to start. Like, there's some people that'll have like 1-2 songs out and they won't continue because I don't know what to do next. But you know what? If you don't start, you'll never know where you're gonna land. So you just have to put it out, no matter how ready you think you are, because no one's gonna be fully ready. People put out songs that they look back on and be like, man, that wasn't my best work. It's okay, because let the people decide and grow with society instead of just trying to wait for your best foot to be forward, because that could be never. You could wait until you're old and it's too late. So just start where you stand and keep going from there and just keep building on it.
Wow. That's what I say. I'll piggyback off that, and you know what I mean? Like, start, but don't stop. Right? Because there's a lot of people that start. They start their career. They start a couple songs. They start a 1-2 video. They start a podcast. They start and they just stop. And then it's like 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, you haven't dropped a record, or you haven't put out the next episode, or you haven't, shot another video. You haven't done another photo shoot. And it's like, what happened? And there's shit that happens in life. You can get discouraged. Maybe there's finance issues. Maybe there's the wrong people that's on your team. You know what I mean? But you have to could be consistent, be persistent, and be consistent, and that's why that's what I've adopted, and that's why we're continuing to always elevate and continue to always see growth.
Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all for being on.
Appreciate you saying you're doing amazing things. I'm proud of you, man.
Yes,
Thank you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the whole room, everybody in here.
Yeah,
beautiful. Shout out Wingstop.
Y'all
did the thing.
Thank you for watching Wingin It. Make sure y'all tune in to all of our episodes. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on all of our platforms. The Moment Net. And it's Wingin It. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Wingstop Canada, man.
let's go.
What's poppin', y'all? I go by the name of EverythingOShaun.
And I go by the name of Express, aka DJ XP.
And we found our flavor on Wingin' It.
Boom,